Yeah, this is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Let's go!
Well, we're all certainly loving the Winter Olympics, and the reason why is because we have an Australian champion, a gold medalist, in fact, Jakara Anthony, who's touched down back in Melbourne just over the last 24 hours. She is a champion. Good morning, Jakara.
Good morning.
Jakara, so good.
What I love about the Winter Games is the fact that it happens at IKEA. You see people walking around IKEA and they're all going, oh, that would go fantastically with this over there. And they suddenly become interior designers. Whereas we are all now skiing and mogul experts. Just from watching it. And you know, my dear, you had some really good runs. So, what's it like being back in Australia?
We've lost her. I thought that was like...
I thought
she
you
was
just didn't like
pondering
your
on the
question.
question.
No, it's very Scott Morrison, isn't it? When he just like went. Oh, that, you know what? That
was our interview with Jakara Anthony.
That was our
Gold medalist. We definitely had her on the show.
We definitely
Can't
did.
deny
Or did
it.
we? Or was that just Claire in the other room putting on a
Gold medalist
Well,
voice.
Yeah. I thought Claire could have done it.
Okay.
And that was the shortest interview ever with Jakara.
No, we think we might have her back. Jakara. are you there?
Jakara.
Hey.
Hey.
Jakara. Okay, thank you so much for being on the show. Have a great day.
Now, Jakara, Nathan was just asking before about the fact that we all think we're specialists,
Experts.
being lounge room specialists, watching you do the moguls. How's it preparation for you over the last? How long have you been doing it for? 10 years or so?
I've been doing mogul skiing since I was probably about 10, so that's about 13 years now, so quite a while.
How's your knees?
Now, yeah, Jakara, that's what I was going to ask. There's a lot of things you can do on skis and snowboards and stuff.
Yes.
You picked the one that looks like your knees are going to blow out at any given moment. Why did you pick moguls?
I think it looks a lot worse than it actually
Really?
is. Moguls, it just really stuck out to me because literally no run is ever the same because the snow conditions just change every single run.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there are just so many skills that have to go into it. There's so many different aspects that you have to get right, and I just think that challenge is it's so cool and unique.
Okay, so when you're learning this, because I'm guessing it wouldn't happen once you know what you're doing, do you cop a knee in the head, your own knees in your head? Is that possible? Because I feel like it is.
I haven't experienced that, but I mean, I wouldn't put it past some people.
Yeah, because
I think so.
And your knee would come out. Second question to that: when you're in your car and you're driving over speed bumps, do you not even feel them?
Oh, they feel like nothing once you finish up the mogul run.
She can do 120 over a speed bump. And be like, what? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't feel a thing.
So, Jakara, take us over to Beijing, and when you just arrived there, years before when you'd been in previous Olympics, you're just going out there for experience. I just heard you say that before, but the weight of expectation, your own personal expectation, talk us through that.
Yeah.
Was that too hard? Was that too hard of a question?
Sean, once again, there's a line and you cross it. God. I just, you know what I mean?
I know.
Well, so which
she's
part was it, did you think was wrong by me?
I think it was all of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it was the tone. I think it was the delivery. And I think it was the content.
The attitude, the voice.
Okay. Maybe I should go with something else next
You know
time.
what? I never knew it was such a divisive show.
Jakara, you back?
I'm back.
Part
All
three.
right.
Is somebody at your house having to pedal to keep the phone going? What's going on?
Oh, it's what it seems like, isn't it?
It certainly does.
I know.
We were wondering about the weight of expectation you
Yes.
personally you would have had on yourself.
Yeah, so there's obviously, it's the Olympics, it's hyped up to be massive, but I know going in that all that I can do is focus on the things that I can control because it's just wasted energy to focus on all that other stuff. So really just staying composed and focusing on what it is that I need to do, which much easier said than done, but I really feel like I was able to achieve that at these games, which was massive for me because we've spent a lot of time, myself and my team, working on learning the skills to be able to do that.
Now, Jakara, because you were the fastest qualified, like you nailed every run, you were amazing, but it meant that you went last. Now, is that, I mean, you know how fast you've got to go, I guess, but also, are the others carving the course up a bit?
Yeah, it's a real privilege to ski last. It's a really cool spot to be, and the course does get a little more chewed up, but once you're kind of in those final rounds, we definitely train when there's been more runs on the course.
Yeah.
So it's actually in better condition than we've trained still, which is really lucky.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
When you holiday, do you choose cold holiday spots or warm holiday spots?
Warm every time. Either thaw out.
Really?
Yeah. So whereabouts do you kind of go then, Jakara? Where do you like to go then?
I love going up to Queensland to the Sunshine Coast, and prior to the pandemic, we would do some holidays over in Southeast Asia, which is always a really incredible place of the world
Yeah.
to experience.
So
And
cold,
no snow.
So cold feels like work, does it? And warm feels like a break.
A little bit, I guess. When you're spending like 6-7 months of the year in the cold, it's nice
Yes.
to have a little break with some warm weather.
Certainly would be, but
Yeah.
you know, from I guess from my point of view and our point of view, I guess we don't get a chance to spend European winters and go to those amazing places, Finland, Sweden, all those types of places. Is that just old hat to you, just being over in Europe and living there for most part of the year?
No, it's so incredible every time I get to go to Europe and experience different countries, and I'm still so blown away by experiences that I get just through doing my sport. I'm so grateful for it.
Hey, we know in Japan they had the cardboard beds, but I know that Beijing brought it with the beds. Tell us about the beds that you had there.
So we had beds. They had controls. I don't actually know what the beds could do 'cause I didn't test it out once.
Didn't you?
What, like a hospital bed where it's
Yeah, it was like a hospital bed, but I was just so caught up in everything else, I forgot to even try it.
There was all
You don't want to be
different.
the athlete that gets caught in their bed. You know?
there was all different functions, like vibrating functions,
Yes.
and like
Yeah.
I think one was called Infinity or something like that.
Infinity?
Yeah, there's
What
something
about
like
Beyond?
that on there.
Jakara, obviously it was big news when your parents were interviewed post your race and your dad said you can get a puppy. Now, you're not home that often, so obviously they're going to be looking after the puppy. When are you getting the puppy? What's going on?
Well, I'm not hearing any barking noises around here, so hopes of the puppy are dwindling.
Oh, okay.
He said it publicly.
Yeah, that means you've got to follow through.
I want to know what breed of dog does a gold medalist like?
I'd be pretty happy with any dog.
I mean,
It has to be a golden retriever.
Yeah.
Yeah, a golden retriever. What about
that'd be cool.
a sausage dog? A nice long dog?
I'd take any dog.
Anything
dog.
at all. All right.
And Jakara, just before we let you go, are you going to be watching the performances of the rest of the Australians for the next few days? We've got some good hopes going on, or you're going to turn
James.
off for a moment or two?
I was glued to the TV from the moment I walked in the door
Yeah,
last night, seeing the half pipe and the border cross. And
Yeah.
I think it'll be pretty hard to rip me away from that.
Yeah.
Well,
Fantastic.
Well, you
what?
did us proud,
yes,
Jakara.
as mogul experts, we couldn't
We
fault
know
your
that
runs.
you've done
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Thanks so much,
Good
guys.
stuff. No
Good on
worries.
you,
Thanks for your time,
Jakara.
mate.
Well played.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.